I'm looking for my perfect pair of Abercrombie denim. There's nothing better than the perfect jean and going out top combo, or an outfit that perfectly matches your plans. Abercrombie's relaxed jean goes with every occasion, date nights or going out with friends. Right now, get 25% off almost everything at Abercrombie to plan your Valentine's outfit. Offer valid in stores and online January 23rd, 2025 to January 28th, 2025 in the U.S. and Canada. Exclusions apply as indicated. Online price reflects discount.
ABC Wednesdays. Tim Allen and Kat Dennings star in the new family comedy Shifting Gears.
Dad, I'm broke and I need a place to stay until I figure out what the rest of my life looks like.
So, a couple of days.
When his daughter moves back in.
The last time you walked out that door, you looked back at me and gave me a double bird.
I was 18. The double bird was how I ended all our conversations.
The wheels come off.
Can we try to talk to each other like rational adults?
Have you watched the news lately? That's not a thing anymore.
New Wednesdays, 8, 7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
She fluent in that cash talk. Walk in the booth like Naomi on the catwalk. And tell them bitches whoop whoop from the Jaguar. It ain't even right though. Push me and I might go. She ain't getting money. I'm like, what the fuck the hype for? When them bitches bite flow, make my appetite go. Poof, gone, voila, magic. Looking mad good just to pull up on them rampant.
Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged and Moral. Unfortunately, we have jinxed ourselves. And we did have technical difficulties this morning.
Mecca had technical difficulties.
I don't even know. My headphones were like screeching. They were yelling at me, and I was like,
I don't know what that was. It was so weird.
Could you hear it? I couldn't.
Yeah.
Know. I didn't know if y'all could hear it, and it was like,
it was like a high pitched frequency.
I don't even move my headphones out of this area. The only thing I moved recently was my mic, for the TikTok funeral to sing the song.
Yes.
And then I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have moved anything. But I unplugged it and then I plugged it back in. So I was like, dang. But we're here.
We're here.
I like your hair, Jamila. Melissa said she liked your hair too. I was like, Jamila, you're going to look cute. I'm in the middle of a snowstorm. So, you know.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow for us tomorrow. So I'm going to go to the store a little bit later after this or after we record our sidebar and to stock up on some goodies. And then I'm going to I have to do some production work and then go pick Noah up and have him for the week.
Oh, you're doing weekly. Oh, that's fun.
Not necessarily. It's just kind of how it worked. I was gone for in New York, so he had them, but
okay. After we get done recording, I'm actually going to Judge Lillian Alexander's swearing in here in Houston. Wow. She came to our voter registration event and she ended up winning her district.
Okay, fancy.
So, and then, it's like a historic, I'm not sure of the exact. She's the youngest Black female judge. She's the first female Black judge in that district. But MLK Day, as for swearing in, was absolutely intentional. Now, it being the day of the actual freeze, I don't know. But I had to text and be like, hey, is this still going on? Because they canceled my Soul Cycle class. And Soul Cycle is like Waffle House. They never cancel. So I was like, oh, shit. I should check in and see, like, are we still on? And they said we're still on. So we're still on.
Wow. Sounds good.
So you mentioned our sidebar episode for the Patreon. You want to tell them who's coming on today? Well, first of all, hold on. If you're not already subscribed to our Patreon, you should absolutely do that.
You should absolutely be on there.
Pay the bills.
Yes. For starters.
For starters. It's paying the bills. It's keeping things afloat.
Yes.
We've been having, we lost TikTok, got it back. But when we thought we were losing TikTok, Jamila and I, we've been kind of bridging outside of TikTok, and we want to extend, like a bridge for our fellow creators as well. So we've been having other Black creators, and not just, doesn't have to specifically be Black, but us. We're gonna
they've been Black.
Yeah, have everyone come on. Today we are having, drum roll, please. You're supposed to say it, Jamila.
Oh, Aisha.
Mind you, I'm autistic.
The
catalyst for the Super 5 drama. And it's so crazy.
Yes.
Because the Super 5 shit got so big that people don't even know Aisha was a catalyst for that.
And that's what makes it so juicy being on the other side, like knowing actually all the lore of that specific situation. It's like, y'all don't know how funny this actually is.
The irony of the colorism tip, talking about y'all don't care about dark-skinned people, when this started because we were all defending a dark-skinned person. Well, when they be on the internet, do y'all defend dark-skinned people like this? Well, when we did it, you called us bullies. What if I told you that was also colorism?
The erasure. The pure erasure of our friend Aisha.
So we're really excited to have Aisha on today. Aisha's fucking hilarious if you know anything about.
Yes, I really cannot wait for that conversation. I feel like it's going to be so fun.
I actually, Jamila, have our whole calendar right here. I want it because I want to show it on camera.
Okay, period.
Let me show this camera, and then let me show this camera. I don't want
we're booked.
All these the highlighted, the yellow is confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Period.
February's quickly filling up as well.
Yes.
I haven't started writing in March, but I have 3 days in March already, being looked at. I had to so Jamila's more in charge of the technical side of this thing, and I'm in charge of like this part.
Scheduling and things.
Scheduling and talking to them and things. We make a pretty good team. But what I will say is scheduling, I forgot how, not hard, but tedious trying to work.
Yeah. Because then you realize you also already have a schedule.
Yeah, no, because when I was doing weddings, and that's why I was like, oh, I can definitely do this because I used to do this for a living. And you're trying to schedule weddings, you're like, we already have that day booked. Oh, what about this? We already got that day booked.
Like, not gonna work.
It's right. It's like at least 4 or 5 messages of going back and forth. And then especially with it being the internet, it's not like I can just give people a call. So it's like 2-3 days, like trying to plan and get the days hammered down. And even with like the emailing, like in the last week and a half, I feel like I've just made it such a more succinct process.
Yeah.
But everything is trial and error. So Jamila kind of just shows up, and the day before I'll be like, so this person's on today. And she's like, oh, yay.
Yeah, just let me. And I've been so like kind of all over the place because, I was doing some business in New York. So that really kind of fucked my mind up, I'm not going to lie. And I've been kind of just, my attention has been in 3 places at once right now because I'm still doing this production project, which we're, towards the tail end of it. So I've been literally a chicken with my head cut off.
I'm really excited to see the final product on that. I know how.
I am too. I have actually, and I've been, of course, behind the camera, but I guess I can give you guys a little sneak peek. I ended up in front of the camera as well, and that's all I'll tell you with that.
Yeah, I said, damn, not sure a cast member all of a sudden. I thought you were the producer.
Hey, I'm wearing 2 hats.
You're giving Carlos King right now. Carlos King down. Period.
So yeah, I'm excited for that too. I can't wait to share more about that. Hopefully we can start sharing more details soon. We've kind of been throwing teasers and stuff out there. And if you've been like tapped into my lives, you may have seen a couple of people I've been with along the way to kind of start piecing some puzzles together. But it's a brand new project is what I'll tell you. It's not anything that is in conjunction to something that's already been out. This is a brand new, completely brand new project. So that's exciting. And I really am excited to share more about that. I'm also excited to just do more production stuff. So,
which based on the meeting that we were in, you got to speak into existence is definitely on the way
happening.
For you.
Yes, yes.
Let me just go ahead and say who we're going to have on the Patreon this week as a whole. And let me say the ad names. Mind You I'm Autistic, Aisha, Martin Luther King, Mind You I'm Autistic. At Step on Tony, we know Tony. At Lil Lo Worldwide, y'all know Lauren. She's on Wednesday. At The Real Her _ Deidre. She's coming on Thursday. She's actually in Atlanta, and she started her own podcast. And when we do our podcast tour, we're gonna go to hers. Friday is at Lex the Baddie, Lex. And then Saturday is Monique at Black Belt Babe. So we have a pretty solid lineup of good personalities this week. I'm really I'm excited to talk to everyone for different reasons.
Same.
Like I have questions.
Quite literally same.
Yeah. No, like Lauren, she went to NSU. Like she's in the 757 currently, and she's
in our.
Yeah, no, she's we had Tyreek on Saturday, who was a Hamptonian. He came. He
that was
left
such a fun conversation.
I loved that, and mind you, it was giving. I feel like even talking to him is making us better about not talking over each other. Like I got like kind of not the structure, but how to like do that because the way he was.
Wow. When you think about that, I'm from Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm from Brooklyn.
And
immediately.
He'll be at homecoming this year, which will be so fun. I always like it when it's like, oh my God, you get to see your friends at homecoming. Like, I'm always excited for homecoming.
I'm super excited this year because I haven't been back in so long, bro.
I know.
I've just been keeping in touch with all of my Hamptonians via social media. You know, Ayana lives in Atlanta now. We're actually supposed to be linking up to get some drinks like sometime. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She just moved so she was in Florida for a while. She just moved to Atlanta. And so we're supposed to be linking up, getting some drinks soon. So that's exciting. But I'm so freaking excited to go to homecoming and see all of my peoples because I've literally just been keeping up with y'all via Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
that's so fun.
what have you.
I'm actually going to be with Jasmine next week in Dallas. Jasmine moved to Dallas.
I saw. I saw.
And so when she did that, I was like, okay, I'll be in Dallas next week.
Yeah.
And we're going to be outside a little bit.
Videos of Jasmine from 2014. I have to post it.
Oh, I have a picture of me and Jasmine.
Do you know what it is from?
No, I don't. I don't know. What is it from? Please tell me.
It's from Four Shades.
We did interview her, huh?
We interviewed her on there.
Yes.
We have to post some of those videos, Mecca.
They're still on the internet. If you look
they
up,
are.
Whoever came, that person who commented the Four Shades lore on their Nardwuar shit. I said, whoa.
That was some deep
That is deep Hampton.
Because I've never talked about that.
We've never talked about that.
Yeah.
And mind you, the page was like like someone's obviously burner spam account. I said, who are you? You're clearly someone who knows
and what
us
do you know?
Because the way you came with names and information, you damn near our class. Because ain't no way.
Got to be.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. It was the way like we were doing something. I don't know. That was tea. That was tea. No shade. That was tea.
And then when we did our 7-Eleven remake in VC,
iconic.
Now that went up on campus. I ain't gonna lie. We did our big, that's the picture that we like post a lot now because it's like, I mean, it's synonymous with Hampton because it's on those VC steps and it's very clear if you went there like where we're at. Like I'm like we would not know that we were gonna be using this exact picture for the things we're using it for now.
Like wow, that's so
crazy. It's just in VC on curfew trying to pass the motherfucking time away.
What a fucking time, bro.
Ooh, child. And anyway, you know me, I'm planning to, anytime I go back to homecoming, I'm going to be drunk. You know, I be seeing random Hamptonians. Like I saw Giselle a couple years ago. I saw Drew. I have a picture with DJ Drew. Remember the one from Love and Hip Hop, Tracy Baby Daddy?
Yes.
I have a picture with him for freshman year. And there was someone else that I had seen there. But you know, that's the other thing that I love about Hamptonians specifically. You can get on. And niggas will still come back and just be frolicking around here. I'm just like, okay, we're on here.
And that's gonna be us.
And that's gonna be, bitch, I don't give a fuck how much these I get. Y'all think I ain't gonna be over there with
going to the bazaar.
Well, you was gonna say something crazy with Bobby and them.
going to somebody's tent, pulling up to somebody's. I need a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm really excited. Honestly, I'm very, very excited to see everybody. I'm excited for this live show that we need to actually get back to planning.
Yes.
Mecca, go into your other camera.
You said, oh, yeah, I know. Because I be looking at Jamila.
I know.
I wish, like, you know what I definitely do.
I just see your, from my peripheral.
I know. I wish that Melisa inserted her voice in sometimes because I be so weak when Melisa be coming in.
I mean, I can if you want me to.
No, it would be so funny to just like
when
have
Jamila yelled necrophiliac and Melisa was like, no, that's not.
But no, some podcasts, they do, like, you can hear the producer in the background saying little snippets and it adds to it. Like, I think that would be funny.
I would gag. And Melissa's she just like how they were on her podcast. She's just a voice. Like Morgan Freeman.
Exactly.
We're going to take a break. And we're back.
Okay, so Jamila, how you feeling since we done lost TikTok? We buried TikTok and like Jesus on the third hour.
Baby, and on that
the rose
day. Let me tell you how I have been in a state of delusion for the past couple of weeks. Like, TikTok's not going anywhere. Like, but at the same time, prepping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never want to be, on the wrong side of history. So I've been prepping. I've been saving my videos so that I can repurpose them on other platforms. I've been trying to build up my other platforms. I've been doing all the things I was supposed to do. I've been getting in the motherfucking field.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? If TikTok really go down, I promise you one thing, I'm going to be on that bitch to the last second. And I was on live and Aubrey was here. Braxton was here. We was on. We had on our black baby. We gave y'all a show to the last y'all. So if you was on that live, shout out to you because y'all are real as fuck for staying with us. Even when that fuck ass message popped up there, I can still read some of the comments like, no, wait. Like we were on there to the last possible fucking second, bro. And that, like, I don't know, like that actually felt
Did it gag you that you were one of the last ones standing?
Yes.
Sabrina
I was the last American standing, dear. Like, and it was so funny because I'm like,
standing is crazy.
Damn, bitch. Get yourself together.
Because I'm trying to look into this. It's messed up my directional call.
Bitch don't even know what to call. But nah, I was like, it was so, I'm like, oh shit, y'all mean fucking business. Like, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I enjoy moments of history. As bad or as good as they may be, we can always look back on a moment in time and be like, but look at what this happened, right? So I don't care how you feel about TikTok. And I'm going to get to some of you hating ass bitches in a second.
Oh,
mark my words. Put a pin in that. I'm coming back for you bitches. But
booties glued together by shit.
Happened, 24 hours of straight shenanigans. TikTok was so motherfucking funny, bro. We had a
for the last 24 hours.
Yes,
it was.
We had a fucking blast, bro. Yes. I know. I told y'all. I said for these next couple of days, and I was going for a couple of days actually. So for the next couple of days, I'm gonna act a fool. I hope y'all know that. And I did just that. You go to my TikTok right now and have you a good kiki, because I was like, fuck all this shit. I'm finna have fun. I'm finna show y'all what I want to do. Like, I'm going out with a bang. I'm going out being funny like I always been. I'm not going out doing all this other rah-rah bullshit. I'm going out with a motherfucking bang, bitch. And I was on live cutting up, having a fucking blast, and I regret nothing about my 10-hour crash out. I don't. And I mean every motherfucking word.
Period. Well, Sabrina was also on her live. So we had the same experience. I feel like from the flip of you, and in that way, these are our differences. As much as people are like, oh, I see how y'all are friends. Like, this is where we differ. Whereas Jamila was like amped up, like I got to stay on to the last second. I was very like reserved and like, well, if this is the end, y'all. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Did you go to bed early? You know you a sleeper.
That's what I'm saying. Sabrina was on live. Bitch, we went to HEB. She says the last couple hours of TikTok. I said, well, I need to go grocery shopping because the winter storm is coming. So I need to make some bone broth. Okay, so she was on live. I wasn't even on the live because I was making my shit and tending to flex in the background. And then even with the videos I made the very last day, like my funeral videos, that's why I was joking, me showing up to the funeral late. Because I was like, literally. I mean, baby, if we're going to lose it, we're going to lose it. Like, that's just the thing. But I'm still going to make my videos. I'm still going to join the Kikis. Right now, I joined in the Kiki so late that people were acting like I was not a part of the same Kikis. Because how y'all were trolling and being like when Sabrina was like, Mecca likes turkey leg head. She be eating it every day. Sabrina like Prince over Michael Jackson. Dev had gone in a video and said Alexis got arrested. We were all just making jokes.
Just making shit up.
So I made a video saying, that's not even Lavelle real voice. Hey, friend. Bitch, them heifers from Chicago. In my comments, like, I done said something crazy. I said, mind you, I didn't even say anything. I didn't even allude to what his voice sounded like. So when they was like, well, what his voice sound like? What should people from Chicago sound like? I just played Katie Got Band.
Oh, brother. When y'all don't get the joke, I hate when people don't get the joke.
Mind you, I was like, you know, me and Lavelle are friends in real life. This one random spam account was like, if you're friends, why are you hating on him? Because I said he's a thug in pearls?
Like, are y'all okay? It's
oh my
like,
God.
This is, like, y'all are acting like people on Twitter. Act like y'all know where y'all are at,
y'all
baby.
are acting like old ass people on Facebook.
Like, please act like y'all got some fucking sense. Clearly, we're fucking trolling. Sabrina got on here and said that I like Prince over Michael Jackson. Like, nothing should have mattered after that.
And that's
Love
no
Prince,
tea, no
though.
shade, but I'm just like, you know, it's not clear. Deb is in the camera
trolling.
yelling that Alexis has a charge. Like, what are y'all talking? And mind you, mine was so slight. I was like, that's not even Lavelle voice. In my funeral clothes,
they said,
like, it's clearly
you.
They said, bitch, don't come to motherfucking Chicago. Whole time I'm gonna be in Chicago because y'all know I be in Chicago. I like Chicago.
I'm crying.
Like, girl, you better come get me. You gonna beat my ass.
And now let me do my shit, because some of you bitches have me completely and utterly fucked up.
On
so
Twitter,
when TikTok ultimately had its demise, she took her last breath, baby. Oh, I was there when she took her last breath. I said, oh.
You know, sometimes when the bodies be exerting that last breath, that's a real thing.
She had her last week where I was with her. Obviously I had to move my talents to other apps. So I'm on Twitter. Mind you, I've been on Twitter since fucking Twitter was invented, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thorough around this shit. So me popping up on my other platforms was literally just me. I just felt like complaining. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, no, TikTok, da, da, da. Like, I'm thinking everybody's gonna be like, damn, TikTok, you know, like a good kiki, like we still just gonna keep kikiing, but on a different app. I seen some lame ass bitch talking about some... Am I the only one who doesn't care that TikTok's going away? Like, it's just not that deep. You guys are... Shut the fuck up. Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes y'all be so obsessed with the idea of seeing so fucking cool and nonchalant. I don't care about that. I'm so cool. I'm cool. Yeah, we cool on you, bitch. You're lame. Like, stop being so fucking lame. It's okay to like something. It's okay to like something. It's okay. And so I basically responded, was like, actually, it is that deep because several hundreds of thousands of people just lost their income. I don't know if y'all that's clicking to y'all yet. Like, we got laid off publicly. Hello? Well, several people just lost their income. Yes. But not only that, I said, bitch, your fucking government just decided that they're going to band together for nothing other than a fucking stupid ass TikTok. But not no fucking guns, bitch. Not for no fucking healthcare, bitch. Not for a higher minimum wage, bitch, but some fucking TikTok. And you want to sit here and say it's not that deep. I feel like that's really fucking loser ass shit. And then on top of that,
but the weave was
all
stiff.
These motherfuckers talking about something. Oh, well, now these content creators got to get a real job. Bitch, you hate your job and you're fucking miserable, bitch. That's why you said that.
And that boy's hairline wasn't straight and his face was hard.
That nigga looked like a fucking mess.
It was
Shut your bitch ass up. So I don't know. I did, you know, I was popping off on Twitter for a bit.
Yeah, I ain't see anyone talking who, I feel like that girl's like, this is the thing with quick weaves. They're quick weaves and you got to take them out quickly. Now, once that pack hair starts to get
once
stiff,
it starts to,
you know what I'm saying? You know how when the synthetic weaves get to that nappy where it cannot come back from that nappy because, you know, for the first couple weeks you wearing it, it gets nappy, but you can fix it. Mm-hmm. She had that it was that stiffness of the quick weave. It was she was timed, and that's why she was ultimately upset.
And that's why he was upset.
Because
I got human hair in my quick weave.
I was going to say, yours looks like it would blow in the wind.
Yeah, this is human
I
hair.
did get me a little, the reason I haven't gotten a haircut is because I went and got me a little V-part wig, a 613 Synthetica. I'm waiting to bring it out because, again,
you love synthes.
I was going to say, because once it gets stiff, you can't bring it back.
Why don't you get you some human hair, Mecca? You love your good little
human hair. I do have human. I have a lot of. Okay. The thing is, when everyone's like, "Oh, Mecca, where are all these wigs?" You guys don't. You are new and you don't know my lore. It wasn't until 2021 when I was in Houston that I used to wear wigs every day. No one ever saw my real hair. Like I used to sleep
every
in
day.
Wigs. Like I'm not.
She was insane, actually.
That big curly Dominican curly half wig that used to stay. It was glued to my head. I have so many wigs that just over the years, because again, I did not wear my real hair, that I just never threw away. And then in addition to that, I do a lot of like costume parties. So like I have wigs, but I love a good Synthetica. You're never gonna make me hate her. But I have a good amount of human hair wigs. I do plan on investing in a 613 human half part, but I went and got the Synthetica off Amazon because I needed to practice. Because I've done half wigs before, but not with a teaspoon of hair.
Yeah, a little scoop.
I have a little scoop and I need to practice. So
valid.
When it gets to that unnappable nappy, I'm going to, throw it by the wayside.
Understandable.
And then I'll go on AliExpress or possibly TikTok if we still have it, and have them send me something. Listen, I'm not above. I said this yesterday with the whole job thing. We're talking about go work at the goddamn Dollar General. Listen, I'm not above that. You want to know why? Because I would be burrowing and stuffing and hiding all that shit they get. The Dollar Tree, I could not work at the Dollar Tree. I was my home electric check. Okay, when I worked at Ross for one day, I went to work at Ross one day. I walked out on that job at my lunch, locked the number, never came back. But before that, while I was cleaning, I purchased a bunch of things, and I bought them. I went on my lunch and left.
Yeah.
When you're at Ross, this is me advocating for Ross workers, TJ Maxx workers, Marshalls workers. Help them take the shit off the hangers. That's part of the reason I walked out, because they're on a timer. Like, and they get dinged if they go over the timer or some amount of time.
Much.
Like, no, it really, and I could not get the hang of it. Like, I was like,
because that would stress me. Like, I have anxiety. That would stress me out.
Bitch, that's why, no, ultimately, I've worked in retail. I worked at Forever 21. So it really wasn't the mess or the clothes or like the retail of it all. It was that motherfucking timer system.
Yeah.
Because the way I was literally.
Yeah, y'all got me fucked up.
And then you mean to tell me if I get like 5 strikes, I get fired for not ringing shit up fast?
Bitch, I'll fire myself. Fuck y'all.
I actually don't even want to do this.
Yeah. For me, it was like, you tried to say go work at Dollar Tree because you don't value Dollar Tree workers and you wanted me to feel devalued. But it's like, that says so much more about you than it says about me. Like, girl, you thought you ate me up, but you look stupid as fuck. Because you're trying to say, you need to go get a job, bitch. You go get one. Dollar Tree's open, then go apply, bitch. I have a job. That's why I'm complaining. That's my job. This is my job. Like, it's funny because it's like, it be the same bitches. I don't care. I'm going to say it. The same bitches who say, go get a real job. Oh, now you bitches got to do this. You be the same bitches who want your content to pop, but it's not because you're boring and your content is ass. You want this lifestyle. You want to be a content creator, but you ain't got that dog in you. You're not funny. You're not interesting. And so the only thing you have to do is hate on a bitch like me who can pull up their camera, not even do a 1-2 beat, look a fuck ass mess, make bitches like you laugh because y'all be in the comments. You mad. Talking about get a real job. No! Bitch, I did that. I worked real jobs for years and years and years. Bitch, I just quit. I'm not going back. Fuck y'all.
Listen, not even outside of that. After being an entrepreneur for literally about 2 years, I don't think I could ever work a 9-to-5. But also, when, like, at least for my followers, I wasn't experiencing all the serious energy that you were. We were kikiing on my page. And so I was responding to your shit and someone responded like, I don't know why they're telling y'all this, like Mecca don't already have 17 jobs. Because
mind you, it's like my responses was just off the pure principle of it all, because I have other large platforms. Like I'm gonna be okay. You know, I also have a production company. I also am a doula. Like I was just simply cussing y'all out for the pure joy. Cause shut the fuck up.
Well, Jamila was cussing you out. She called you raggedy bitches in corporate and in nigga. So what else?
What now? You know, it's interesting. This conversation keeps coming up because this was a very similar conversation that we had when things started to go awry with the Super 5. People started to then devalue our content as quote unquote yappers. I'm gonna say rappers.
Oh, I forgot about that. My attention span is so low, child.
I know. I remember.
But still I rise.
I want to, because I don't think I had that conversation here. I want people to start thinking before they speak, number one. Because if the content was not valuable, then it wouldn't be valuable, right? So clock that. If it was not valuable, we would not be getting views. We would not be getting followers. We would not be getting income. We would not be having management. We would not have this podcast. We would not have all these things and opportunities that's presented our way. But beyond that, I think sometimes we need to understand how elitism seeps into our everyday language that we don't even realize it. Because the real reason a lot of people devalue quote unquote yappers is because y'all are elitists, right?
Because what they do on The View, Joy and them been yapping their asses off for the past 20 years, and y'all mamas and grandmamas and pappies and mammies sit there and watch them.
But you don't want to dig deep and figure out why that is. But I'll dig deep for you, bitch, because y'all are too shallow to do it for yourselves. The issue is, for you want to see an elaborate scheme, right? You want us to pop the camera up. You want it to be perfect quality every single time. You want us to be beat to the gods every single time. You want this thing, because a lot of y'all were saying things without saying it. Y'all aren't creating real content. Y'all are just talking. The content is the talking. The content is us making you laugh and things like that.
Y'all are giving your opinions of other people. What do they sit there on The View and do all day?
Why do
you think Whoopi Goldberg always getting cussed out?
But y'all watch The Breakfast Club every morning.
Well, and that is a Hamptonian who is dumber than a bag of potatoes.
You follow the Shade Room.
Oh, well, and that's TD Jakes, the porterhouse. And they just yapping for Jesus.
I think sometimes y'all need to just be serious sometimes and say exactly what it is. And I would respect y'all if y'all just say, you know what, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like bitches who put out HD quality content that's centered around beauty and luxury things because that's the life that I want to live. I respect it. I'd be like, valid. But don't sit up here and try to, actually, you guys are not creating this content because technically the only way you can create content is if something is going on in the world. You mean the only reason that we have the news is if things is going on in the world? Y'all are not making sense.
Okay, they never do.
You're not making sense. And I see through it, like, y'all is some highbrow, uppity fucking Negroes that need to calm the fuck down talking to me because I am a black bitch from a black ass town with a black ass family, and I'm not obsessed with this idea of being highbrow, upper echelon. I want to be the best. I want to be above everybody. That's y'all. And so if that's what you coming for, you can't come here because that's just not the type of bitch I am.
I'm a little bit obsessed with it, I ain't gonna lie. But I think that's because I was a debutante. And I think the part for me when people be trying to it's moved and shaped and within the Jack and Jillas and the circles and the things with the talented tenth and the people.
And you can move and shape, but also you're not looking down on the things that are not aligned with that. That's the difference.
But what I'm trying to say is a lot of people who be trying to look down, they are actually looking up. That's what I'm like.
Because you was never even in those circles.
You don't even know. And I be like, y'all don't even know what you're talking about. Y'all have no idea what you're talking about.
It's embarrassing.
I forgot what happened. They were talking about some type of etiquette or something. Bitch, they used to have us in motherfucking etiquette class. I said, y'all, I remember that was a conversation I didn't even want to join because I knew if I said something, shut your high little ass. I'm like, y'all don't even know what you're talking about right now. Y'all have no, that's why, and I always say this, I said the thing about Potomac and why for me it's such a gag, it's a key. It's the perfect case study for Black elitism. Obviously colorism and shit plays into that, but as a whole, how Black people of a certain tax bracket and class who have been of that class for a couple generations or many generations, how they operate and function. And it's much like upper society. That's not necessarily some shit you can just slide on into. And that's why Andy and them will never touch certain conversations because it's hella moving parts. The people in Europe do it, Black Americans do it, white Americans do it. A lot of people have caste systems.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, to bring back the Potomac of it all,
I'm always going to relate it to Potomac. I don't care.
Listen, as daughters of the housewives, right? But when you look at when Monique came into play, now granted, there was absolutely colorism.
Absolutely.
But another part of it was she was the wife of a sports person.
New
For
money.
them, that was you're the wife of a ball player. Oh, they looked down on, and that's why she was like, so you don't have a home? Because in their mind, that new money is different than that old money. It just is I come from generations of this, and my husband was the pastor of a very large church here, and I come from a line in the
congregation, but it doesn't matter.
Those women had that was different from them versus from Atlanta when everybody get it how you live. Atlanta's a different, it's a moving, it's a different type of move and shake type of city where everybody has different type of monies from any and every type of place versus, PG County is very much
that's why the issue.
Ray? darling? Can you speak for me, darling?
That is literally why the issues, but even though Potomac and Atlanta are the Black franchises, they never had, they two different Blacks that old money they knew. And so just saying, coming from now, what I will say is here's my thing. My mom is a Potomac, but my dad is an Atlanta. So I have always seen, I've got the best of both worlds, quite literally. And being on the Potomac side of things for real in them organizations growing up, when I be seeing niggas talking they know, I'm like, baby, you don't know what you're talking about. I want you to stop talking. You talking because you done watched some shit, you done seen some shit on the internet, and now you think you the most uppity, highest brow. But I'm telling you, you cannot walk up in these people. You can't even get in Jack and Jill. You got to get in Jack and Jill through your mama. Okay. You're not understanding what motherfuckers is really talking about. That whole old school, new school shit is very real. And people uphold it.
They sure do.
So if and I'm telling you, I don't think being elitist is the answer. And flipping the conversation, someone was like, oh, Mecca, you are capitalist, you are in these organizations. I have never not once said certain organizations are not elitist. Again, nuance, so many things are true at one time. I see the values in HBCUs. Are they elitist? Well, let's look at the history. If you look at the first year books of HBCUs, you're going to get the colorism talk, the talented 10th talk, the WEB and the boys of it all. If you look at any of the organizations, if you know a bit of history about the inception of some of them organizations, you can take it back to the colorism talk and the money talk. If you look at these children, Jack and Jill, Lynx, all the Black outside, and once you get outside of college and Greek, and when you're an adult, and now we're just trying to move and shake the NAACP, these organizations, United Negro Fund, they're still very much that. These galas are still very much that. Do I be at them? Yes. Yes, I do. Because I do need to network. Yes, I do.
There's balance.
But there's balance. You can acknowledge two things being true at one time. There's much value in them. But you do have to acknowledge the inception of everything and how they also seek to uphold elitism.
Yeah.
And if you're going to participate in them, are you going to uphold elitism in the way, are you going to still uphold elitism in the ways that they have previously? Because here's the thing, if we can just take it back to the foundational building block of historically Black colleges, founded fundamentally on Black elitism, does that mean that you should not go to an HBCU? I would never tell you that. I think an HBCU is the most diverse place you can go to. I think there's so much values in historically Black colleges. But I'm all for having a very real conversation. And that'd be the problem. I don't like that people be lying. I don't like them when motherfuckers be shucking and jiving and want to act like the shit ain't the shit.
Like, okay, we're not going to have honest conversation.
Y'all just going to act like, oh, well, you just need to do it. But why do you feel like we need to act like that? Why do you have that issue? Oh, because Black people don't act like that. That's embarrassing in front of the white people.
And
there it goes.
Where you got me.
And that's where you got me.
It is. And I just be wanting y'all to keep talking so y'all can finally put that on the damn table. Because that's all it is, baby.
You let folks talk long enough that they will tell on themselves.
They will tell on themselves every single time. And for me, I don't know if it's just because of the way I was raised or where I was raised specifically, but like I was always taught to be like, you don't do stuff because of white people or in spite of white people. White people should never be censored in your life at all. I don't do shit because I feel like, oh, like me, oh, white, y'all know, y'all acting up in front of the white folk. Huh? Oh. And don't ever say no shit like that around me. I will quickly say something to you like, what? When
Kamala became the president, that girl made the video basically talking about, this is historic and you're saying this in public. And I'm like, well, and she's like, oh, our ancestors died for this. No, I agreed. Like, they were getting niggas up out of here for trying to simply vote as recently as 50 years ago, right? But that is also wrapped up in my right to question, my right to not blindly follow, my right to question you as my political public servant. Like, your job is to not protect the servant. That's the police. They're supposed to do that, but, whatever. That's your job for us to be able to ask you questions about what's going on. So me asking questions, y'all should not be blindly following nobody.
Ever. And that be y'all damn problem. Y'all do that with a lot of things, y'all. This idea. But it's interesting because it's like on one end, y'all will blindly follow anybody Black. But then in the same token, you will have this like, oh, that's why I don't go to no Black businesses. Y'all know how they do.
I really don't like that. So here's the thing. I do think I have many theories about where like I don't want to do Black business comes from. I think if you're from a city that's like predominantly Black or like a place like Houston where I have to go out of my way to see white people, right? You're moving and shaking and then there's a culture within that. And I can definitely acknowledge but that's not just us, right? Like when you go to certain businesses in certain areas, they have a culture with how they do business as well. If you know anything about the Chinatowns, like there's a culture in which and how people do business based on race, based on gender, based on your area that you live in, like based on a bunch of different factors. Because going to a store in California is not the same as going to a store in Texas. You got to pay for motherfucking bags. Whenever people come out here from Cali, from Darrington, them, oh, how much is the bag? They be getting looked at stupid unless we're at Aldi's, because it's like, yeah, that was made a part of the culture years ago. So now it's ingrained in you. You get what I'm saying? So you have that piece about, we do have some cultural practices that I think could be better with our business. But on the flip, I don't think that we have any more problems than everyone else. And I don't like that it's made to seem like, because I've been to white businesses where it's like, well, this is a fucking mess. But you don't see white people like, I'm not going to support white business. They would never say that.
We're going to take a break. And we're back.
One specific thing I want to touch on with that is like pricing. There are definitely some Black-owned restaurants that I think the pricing is outrageous. But in the same token, I know for a fact that I think the prices at Nobu are outrageous as well.
You know, sometimes it has to be like that. My mom used to go to a Black-owned beauty supply. And this is really why when you see Black-owned beauty supplies, even though they don't have as much stuff, and even though their prices might be a little bit higher, if you can support them,
There's
you
reasons
should.
for that.
And she would be telling, and she ended up having to close down her shop. But Asian people, they will, if they know you're Black, they will hike your shit up. Like in terms of the bulk that you have to buy it in, because, you know, people take care of their own, right? And they have monopolized that business. And I think just seeing that process up close, because my mom would go in here and try to support her, and she wouldn't have as much on the shelves, and her shit would be $3-4 more. And I remember my mom asked her, like, why is it so expensive, girl? She was like, girl, they sell it to me higher, so I gotta sell it to you higher.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think people are just so quick to, but it's weird because it's like nobody bats an eye at the Nobu prices. Nobody bats an eye.
I do. That's why I don't be up in there.
Right. But it's like, it's in y'all's minds, the ones who are the people we're talking about. Oh. It's always like, but it's Nobu. It's this, you are giving it that value. I want y'all to know the reason that things are valued outside of, because if we want to be technical, everything, the way things are priced is based off of supply demand, right? But it's also based off of how you're going to make profit. So if this candy is $3, I have to at least sell it to you for $3.01 if I want to make a profit, right? So that's how profits is set. However, outside of simply making a profit, things are valued the way that they're valued because we give them value. All of this is fake. So you saying that Nobu makes sense to be this expensive, even though you're getting a little pinch of tuna? No, it's valued that way because they said it should be, because we are Nobu, right? So if you know, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Now, I hate to use Roscoe's because I heard they was Trump supporters. So let me
and the lady put.
Let me rephrase that.
She put the recipe.
Let me go back to Gladys and Nights because she's not here no more. Gladys Nights, baby. One thing about Gladys Nights restaurant. No, the restaurant.
Oh, you said she's not here no more.
The restaurant.
I said
chain.
I had not heard that Miss Gladys had went on the train to Georgia.
Nights restaurant. If you were here and you know that was some good ass food. It was some murky going on with the business side. But if Gladys and Knight want to charge this and this because of this and this, who are we to say, like, these are people's prices. If you don't agree with the prices, just don't fucking go. But to try to make it seem like, it's always niggas who wanna, bitch, have you looked at these white folks' prices? They be out of this damn world. Look at the influencer prices. We be getting told that we charge too much, rate be $2K. These white influencers are charging 10. Pissing me the hell off.
Can I say something about celebrity restaurants?
Mm-hmm.
I like when they be actually good. Like,
let me
tell you something, celebrities.
Because a lot of times they're not.
Don't open them damn restaurants. And Black people, just because it's salty don't make it good. Just because you threw hella lobbies.
Nigga.
I want to get into the spices of it all. Like,
there's a few I want to try. So Lil Baby has a restaurant.
I'm sorry, I don't always slander Candy and the old lady gang.
I never been. I heard it was okay.
Mm-mm. At least when I had it, it was way too salty. And I had it a little bit before Keith Lee had went. So I don't know if they have fixed things.
You probably went when they first opened?
Not quite when they first opened. Well, maybe, but within that first year is what I'm trying to say. Because remember when Keith went, their service was bad. He walked out. They did all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely heard that plenty of times at the service up over there. Old lady gang ain't the best. No, but I heard the food is pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was way too salty. I did not like it. It was too salty. Now again, it was when they first opened and it was around all that drama. So they it's been years. It's been 2 years at this point. They could have came and got a new staff, got some new recipes. Todd could have set up another scheme, okay, and fixed it. But at the time that I went, I did not enjoy. I did not enjoy it.
Gladys Knight's restaurant. Me and Sydney went there one time too. This is when we were like sophomores. They closed shortly after. So it's been closed down for a very long time. Basically, her son was mismanaging funds.
Oh, that's sad.
So I had to shut down.
Damn. She shut it down or they shut down because...
I think they shut down. Like, I think they was, by law, had to shut down. Yeah, because she was kind of more so just the face of it. But her son was running it, and he was misappropriating funds.
Damn, that's like damn Sweetie Pies. God damn it, damn! And you know Sweetie Pies is good. Now,
I've heard.
What's her name? Miss. She got a boy name.
Tony.
No, what's Miss Sweetie Pie? Hold on, because she sang with Ike and Tina.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, that's her claim to fame. She was a Ike.
Wow. Period.
That's
Robbie.
Robbie, thank you. I was like,
that's a cute name.
Boy, you know, like a boy but a girly name.
Yeah, I love boy-girl names.
Yeah, like I was gonna say Charlie, but yes, Miss Robbie. They really are good. I've had Sweetie Pies too, and you know her son went to jail for killing her grandson.
I remember when that whole thing was.
That is really
big.
sad. No, that was really crazy. Sad. And then what's crazy? Was really Tim had always seen. You know, me and my mom used to watch the show. He had him a little mohawk and fucking his big overgrown ass. He was a big ass man. But it's his brother, mind you, his brother died. His brother was also killed. I forgot that lore, but that happened far before the show started. And it was his son that he had killed.
Yeah, that was. Did they say why? Like, what was the motive?
I'm probably money. Honestly, they said it was life insurance. Something. But he had him killed. I said, that's so crazy. And then mind you, these are all characters on the show. Like, so if you watch the show, you know exactly who these people are. And then Charles might have been her little nephew who he said he wasn't gay, but I had always thought he was gay. But apparently he was just he had a Louisiana flair about him. You know how some of them boys from Louisiana be real flim, like Messy Maya, but like not. He was a very much Messy Maya adjacent. May he also rest in peace.
Yes,
that was sad.
Damn,
they had Maya leaking.
But yeah, in Atlanta we have quite a few celebrity restaurants, but I haven't been to many of them. Lil Baby, T.I. and what's that nigga name? Killer Mike just bought out the seafood restaurant in Buckhead, or not Buckhead, Bankhead
is
Seafood.
Actually good.
Yeah, I've heard Trill is really good. I haven't been yet, but I've heard it was good.
I went there with a nigga.
I felt like it was gonna be though. I don't know. Something about Bun B gave me that he was gonna give you a good burger.
If I saw Bun B, didn't know it was Bun B standing behind a grill, I'd be like, "We need good."
And you know he from around my parts. He's from Port Arthur.
Port Arthur. What's the Teaser song?
Third Coast.
Yeah. I'm tone deaf as fuck.
Port Arthur. Baby got that water. Port Arthur. Cause baby got that water.
He did his little
Shout out to
that
Tizo.
shit. That was a good little song. Played the next time I'm in Galveston or something. You feel me? When I'm on my way to the cruise.
I feel like we're cousins.
Murky ass water. What I did want to talk to you about before we do a spin it, that boy who was jacking off and then allegedly unalived himself. I want to bring that up so bad because you wanted to cuss people out in the beginning. I want to cuss his motherfucking mama out. Hold on.
Yo, first of all, can I just laugh? Because I'm sorry. Like, when I seen that shit on Twitter, I could not help but laugh hysterically because what the fuck?
Wait, which part? When it first happened or when they came back and said he had unalived himself?
When they said he killed himself.
So first of all, let me say on a serious tip. I've had a couple friends do that, and it forced me to want to like understand it a bit more. And when I say understand it, my friend who did it, I grew up with him, and he had you know how people be like, check on your friends. His mama was a school teacher. He had all of that. He had people checking on him. He had last time I seen him, I checked on him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are having suicidal ideation.
It's just not enough.
It's not enough. And that's really, really hard to understand. But I think I just saw it up close and I saw textbook his parents did everything right. They did, and the moment they simply turned their back, there it go. So it's like, and mind you, when they turned, it wasn't even like they were turning their back. They went to fucking work. You know, they left them alone for 2 seconds.
When a person really wants to go, there's not much you can do.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing you can do. And that's not when it's there, that's not the first time they've thought about that. That's what I'm trying to say. So possibly I can acknowledge that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm sad because I at this place, I just have such, I don't want to say an understanding of suicide, but it's hard to get here.
No, I get it.
But it's just kind of like, okay, I don't be mad at people for doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like when my friend first passed away, I was upset with him. But then you have to get to the point where you're like, I'm not upset anymore.
Yeah.
I can't. I have more empathy.
Because to be so gone that you feel like you just can't be here. Like
I just feel much empathy in that respect.
It's a weird feeling because the same thing happened to my sister's best friend. And so that was like the closest I had experienced suicide as far as like just like in proximity.
Yeah.
So that was, but it's like you do get to, and I hate when people try to make it seem like people who commit suicide are selfish and they say all these things. I'm like, you really have no idea. It's how low somebody could be to want to like literally not be here anymore. Like you'll never understand that until you're in that, unless you're in that moment. And so it's like you really, it's one of those things where it's just like, damn, there's not much you can say other than damn. Like I hate that literally, for you, but there's nothing you could do. Like you're gone. But in this situation, I think why my initial reaction was to laugh was because it was so fucking crazy. Like,
that's why I wanted to do my disclaimer. I understand. That's why I want to make that disclaimer because I'm not on his side. I'm about to. If I had to get that off. Okay, empathetic in the way that if he was able to do that after this, that's not the first time he thought about doing that. Now, with this particular situation, motherfuckers were absolutely in the wrong. First of all, you nasty, disgusting motherfucking
Why were you driving naked?
You nasty, disgusting motherfucking nigga. As someone who has literally been in that situation where a nigga was jacking off and making eye contact with me from his car, as a woman, it is completely jarring. That is a kink, number one. So already, you are not non-consensually bringing me into your shit.
I don't know if I missed a part of the story. Because I know they caught him with his pants out in the car. Was he like, did they catch that he was looking at somebody specific or they just caught that he was in that car naked?
The thing about it is, that's what I'm saying. That whole situation.
I think that's why he killed himself because something else would have came out of what the fuck he was looking at.
Because it's a kink. It's a kink, like voyeurism. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's a thing where you don't necessarily have to see his dick, but he in the pants going through like that's what's getting him off. He's in a public space exposed. Are you following what I'm saying? And this is why I know I'm not tripping and feeling the way I do. I made a video talking about this. That video got, before TikTok shut down, and I haven't even looked at it, it got over 500 comments, Jamila. You know, like, and that 500 comments is a lot of comments for TikTok of women talking about the time. Because in the video I was talking about, actually, this has happened to me where I noticed someone was jacking off while looking at me while I was in my car and he was in his car coming out of the beauty supply. Bitches talking about they experienced it. It's really it's a thing.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
It's jarring when you're on the end where they're in, first of all, because it's non-consensual. So it's just as bad.
Yeah,
as being sexually assaulted. You're bringing me into your shit and I did not consent to this.
It's very much a sexual assault.
So,
it is.
So what is
I don't care what nobody says.
So it's giving like you basically assaulted and then you got caught and then you killed yourself. And what I'm also saying is like when I notice a man looking at me just because you can't see his dick in the video, when it happened to me, he was making eye contact and I could only see him jittering, but I couldn't see his dick. You know what I'm saying?
You could just see the motions.
Like you can just kind of, so it's like, I feel like people who have been in the situation looked at it and was like, no, I know what he was doing. He was going through that drive-thru like, and your mama saying this, the girl far, she shouldn't have, so how should she have reacted?
What did his mama say?
His mama was like blaming the girls and like being like, oh, they shouldn't have did that, to the point where the owners of that place came out and apologized to his family.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That nigga shouldn't have been driving with his dick out. How you get mad at bitches for calling that shit out?
Law. You know, if you get caught fucking in a parking lot or anything like that,
that's a charge.
Had he been caught by a police officer, he would be a sex offender. Like,
a sex offender registered. You bitch, red dot on the map.
So what you mean you mad at the business got a... No. Because if your son had been caught by the police standing in that window, he would have went on the registry immediately. Immediately. Don't fucking piss me off, bitch. And that's what they were talking. So that conversation went into how boy moms can be dangerous and just as bad as men. What were you just looking at?
I'm just looking around. I'm just thinking.
Just because you is a weird...
Be in hell.
Well,
No shade.
I was about to say something completely opposite. I was say, if... Okay, Jamila. I was about to say, wherever he's at, he has to make peace with his maker, child.
I think he probably in hell, no shade. Because, like, for him, because I was always thinking, like, bruh, for him to kill himself right after that, I think, like, it's not just pure, because that wasn't just off of pure embarrassment. Like, you don't just get embarrassed once. Like, even if you got caught with your dick out, like, you don't just get embarrassed once and kill yourself. Like you said, there was already that thought. He's probably been grappling with the fact that he's a weirdo. And I think that there was other shit that was going to come out about him. So I think he was like, let me just off myself. Kind of like when niggas get caught on with crime and they just kill themselves instead of like having to face it. That's what I think. But on top of that, if that was my baby daddy, I might off myself too.
Why? If he was married,
I would have been the second one to off myself.
What's crazy is they were on Twitter like, and this is niggas ain't worth a damn. They were like, oh, y'all ain't shit. He got a wife and kids, right? All the more reason for us to be like, bro, why are you going to the drive-thru with your dick out? You have a wife and kids at home. Like, what are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about?
The way they've been using that video on Twitter,
and so that's the part that's like, we are so unserious that the backstory of this video is insane and y'all have memed it. Like, in that respect, I do feel bad for his family. No, that's what I'm saying. That's the part that's like, okay, well, I wouldn't have memed the video. His actions were absolutely horrid.
No, it's like one of those things, like, I don't know how to feel about this just in general. Like, I can't do nothing but laugh. Unfortunately, y'all know I'm not a serious individual.
It's an awkward laugh, like,
but okay, also like please. It's just like awkward. Like, I'm just so uncomfortable. And again, like, if I was his baby mama, wife, whatever, I would have off myself right with him because I would have been so fucking embarrassed. Like,
so everyone said, "Fuck the baby."
Damn.
Okay, so let's spin it.
Let's spin it.
We're gonna take a break. And we're back.
So this is our segment, Spin It. Jamila and I are both communications girlies. We were communications girlies in college. We're not PR professionals, but we do love the hustle. And our advice that we give you may be unethical and it may be unhinged and immoral, but we will give you a PR spin on how to get out of your pickle. And don't forget, to send us any of because looking into the camera and then seeing Jamila do her thing in the camera is creepy. Don't forget to send, if you have any messy, salacious, low-down, gutter snipe situations, email us at unhingedandimoralpod@gmail.com. Okay, so Jamila, what do you have?
Prom is stressing me out. Young lady, I don't know how you found out about us.
Baby sister.
And our grown asses with your little ass. Does your mother know you're watching
Are you
us?
18
little
yet?
heifer. I'm just playing.
No. She prom. So, after 16, you can say heifer. You can't. You better watch them B words on them girls under 18. But heifer is okay.
Yeah, you for sure little heifer. Okay, let's get into it. Hey y'all, so I'm a senior in high school and prom is April on the 5th, 3 days before my birthday.
Oh my God, same. I'm April 8th as well. Oh, little heifer, my birthday twin. Oh my God.
Mecca, her birthday. Wait, wasn't her birthday 3 days before my birthday?
She said,
her birthday is on the, okay.
She said 3 days after prom.
3 days before my birthday. Okay. T.
Yeah, that's the 8th.
You know I get confused, baby.
I do math sometimes. I was in Kumon, so.
I don't know about other schools, but from what I've heard, everybody goes single or with a group of friends. But at my school, that's what HOCO is for, homecoming. And for prom, let me restart. I can't think right now.
Why? Because it's my birthday twin. All that Aries energy is coming out. All that Aries energy.
Cannot read. Y'all know why y'all always get me to read it. We gonna have to start.
I thought you liked reading this shit.
Y'all know I got dyslexia, ADHD, autism. I'm everything.
Read this girl email, child. That means she a senior. That means she was born in 2003. Okay, I'm gonna stop. 4? No, she'd be 21.
Focus.
Sorry, let me get my calculator out. Keep going.
Okay. I don't know about other schools, but from what I've heard, everybody goes single or with a group of friends. But in my school, that's what homecoming is for. And prom is for the couples, especially seniors. So to start early, I've already been scouting out my object of the night. Ooh.
2007.
And the only downside to me in this situation is that the boys don't come up to me. It's not because I'm ugly. I know I'm far from that, period.
Period, little girl.
I always hear through one of my homeboys that their boys is into me. And then on top of all of that, I've never had a boyfriend, first kiss or any of that. So I'm at least trying to live a little bit, but it's hard when you do know who's into you. And I'm also the type of person that doesn't like talking to guys first. If you finish reading, thank you so much. And I understand if y'all ain't want to read all of this. Also, I start college next fall.
Oh, so she born in 2007.
You little young thing.
Don't you feel like an old raggedy bitch?
Oh, baby. Oh.
First of all,
Niecey
prom is
Poo.
so fun. That's not even, well, it could be niece if it's like an older sister.
Niecey Poo. I connect with this story so much. This is so my
Because
high
I was going to say
life.
that was you because she trying to do something on prom. You literally said, well, don't be as bad as Jamila. Hopefully you listen to that episode.
Heifer. I'm gonna give you two types of advice. I'm gonna give you the big cousin advice, me really trying to like give you good advice, and then I'm gonna give you the advice of when I was in high school. Okay, I gotta be fair,
right?
Because we, you know what I'm saying, I got to be fair. So I'm gonna give you the big cousin advice first. High school is so non-important as it relates to like romance.
Yes,
the things that you do in high school are so non-important, especially the fact that you've not done anything.
It don't even count.
You don't have to be in a rush to do anything.
Right.
You can go to prom by yourself. You can go to prom with your best friend. You can go to prom with a little boy that you got a crush on if you want to. Well. Either or, you need to go to prom and have a good fucking time, the best time of your fucking life, and try to remember it to the best of your ability. And then you move on to college and then you blossom. Prom is one of those moments that a lot of people didn't get, right? Because think about COVID. A lot of people didn't get prom for like 2-3 years. And then on top of that, you know, you're never gonna get it again, bitch. We don't do prom in college. You don't do prom when you're grown ass. Like
Hampton does a little freshman
ball,
but
it still wasn't the same thing. It's just not the same. You know, that was a whole different thing. And all schools don't do that shit.
I was gonna say.
So you enjoy yourself and you be a good girl. You get them good grades, goddamn it, and you go to school and then you find you some fine shit at that. Because let me tell you this. Now this is half big cousin, half. Let me be real with you. You ain't seen fine shit till you go to college. Something about that high school regional fine ain't shit. So when you get up on that college campus,
I felt that in my spirit.
Boom. Now I'm gonna talk to you like if we the same age. Go get you a nigga. You said you got some niggas looking at you, sister.
Don't get her nigga, girl. You crazy?
You said they had some looking at you. You said you ready. You ain't had your first kiss. You ain't had nothing. And you see fine shit across the way in the hallway at the lockers. And you want one of them to ask you to the fucking prom. Bitch, don't ask them to the prom, but you got to make them ask you to the prom. So this what you going to do. You going to set up a play. You said your homeboys know of the boys that want you. Set up that play with your homeboy. Hey, your homeboy, tell them I want to go. Tell them I want them. So that they can ask you, because you don't ask no little boy to go to no motherfucking prom.
Don't you do that.
Don't you do that shit. Don't piss me off, little girl. So you go ahead and get that play working. That way that little nigga, and if you can play it right, get 2 niggas to ask you to the prom just so you can have some options. I'm just saying, make it work your while. And I'm not going to lie to you, just for the plot, back in my day, we did promposals. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like exactly what I was going to say. Do they do promposals anymore?
I'm not sure I ain't seen it, but also I'm not in community with little kids.
Well,
so I don't know what y'all doing these days, sister.
Yeah.
But you need to go out with a bang. So make that nigga get you a promposal with a rose and a sign. I don't know how big y'all doing it back in the day. Back in my day, it was real simple and cute. So, keep it simple and cute. This ain't no damn wedding proposal, bitch. So you don't need to be spending all this motherfucking money either.
Well, let me give you the opposite advice. Because as someone who, and then she'll have a range if she can see what would the best work for her.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who got my first kiss on the same night I lost my virginity, and that was my second semester, my freshman year of college. I'm not going to tell you the date isn't important, but it's much to what Jamila's saying. High school does not matter. What matters is socially.
Yes.
But you already got in college, so you good. Socially, it's whatever. Just go to prom and make sure that you have a lot of fun. I went to prom with my motherfucking cousin. You know, I was, I went to prom with my cousin. I had me a good ass time. I had me a wonderful time. And I didn't realize how many kids was even drunk. Because again, I was a Poindexter. I was real square. But, you know, I'm just high off life. I'm in there. We thugging out at prom. Howard, me, Hollis, all of our little group that went together. So, you know, you can go and have a good time. And like Jamila said, when you get to college and you see fine shit, you can really, because I'm just telling you, I lost my virginity and lost my motherfucking mind. You know what I'm saying?
We both did. We both lost it in college.
If you would have made it this far, I don't want to listen. I'm not going to shame anyone.
Because you ain't gonna have your mama yelling at us.
Do I think any of the young girls should be fucking at 15, 16? Absolutely the fuck not. But you have made it this far and haven't started fucking. So I'm going to say, sister, you keep that V card and you save it for something good. You save it till you get to college.
Save it for a nigga that know what.
Well, they ain't going if she don't. Then
it's
going too far.
Okay, I didn't.
Because you know when we got on here and said we lost our virginity seniors, it was also the kiki alike, and we thought we was doing fun.
We thought we was doing something. And that's the thing, and that's what's funny about it.
Other thing. Now I feel like we got to go.
Yeah, and you got so much. This is gonna sound. I hope your mama not listen to this. Your mama don't even know you listening to us. I know you be sneaking watching this shit, little girl. It's so much sex to be had in life.
It's so much fucking to do. You do not need to fuck.
You ain't got to do all of it in this.
I just know I did. Again, I wasn't fucking when I was that age, and we are not in community with children. But they ain't no way, no young boy, don't even play like that girl. They can't even pee straight. They can't even do nothing.
You're gonna be like, well, that's it.
You're gonna rev you up correctly, girl.
Hello.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Too much. I can't say too much, but you know when you get the neck and they don't know.
And when you get to be at least 20, hit us up again. We could give you some pointers.
Yeah, because I can't. Yeah, we can't go all up into that.
You know what I'm saying? You
need to.
But I will say, you know why a lot of boys are probably not coming up to you. This is something I didn't realize until growing up later. It's because they know you ain't did nothing, baby.
Whoa, that is true. That's tea. Because they trying to. Yeah, no. They're at the age where they are trying to get.
They're trying to get their thing wet, and they know you ain't going.
And if you're not going,
they know you're a virgin. They know you a good girl. And I wouldn't say a good girl as far as like the girls who are fucking are not good girls, but that's what they think of you. Oh, she a good girl. She ain't going. That's what them boys is thinking. Because that's what happened to me. I didn't realize that until I got older and like had other conversations and stuff. But that's why they not. That's why they ain't talking to you.
But
and it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Because you know I used to be so dramatic in high school. So what I would do. This one I would do, especially since she's finna graduate and go to college anyway. Fuck them niggas. So, you know, since the whole thing is that they think she's finna go. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get my big sister, big cousin, auntie bag. Don't you go. You hold on to that. But this is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, what's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? I wanna go to prom. Bitch, let me tell you how my daddy told me. When I was 16, going on 17, and got asked to move for the first time, he had this like emerald green Mercedes, and we put it in front of Ardent Mall. And I hadn't told my parents I was going to see a boy, but I guess it was very obvious that I was going to see a boy. So my dad said, Mecca, how much the movie? I said, I don't know. We going to a motherfucking matinee, like under 50, like $8 to $15. I don't know. So he gave me a 10, and so he was like, okay. And then he was like, how much is your meal? I said, we're going to go to In-N-Out afterwards, which was, and still to this day, you can get an In-N-Out meal for a shake and a burger, fries for under $10. He gave me another $10. Mm-hmm. So, and mind you, we just going to the mall for the day. So I'm sitting there with a 20 in my hand. And he was like, you see this? This is all you need. He's like, don't, and you know, my dad was like really dramatic, so I have to do his voice. Hold on. He did his finger like this. Don't ever let no little nigga think you gotta fuck him for $20. Get the fuck out of my car.
Thank
life
you,
lesson. Life
because that lesson is a word.
That nigga broke down math because that nigga and I mean think about it. Niggas think they take you on a date and you supposed to fuck them. And I like you don't understand how many times constantly it replays. Don't ever let little nigga think you got fuck him for $20. Baby, that's what I'm gonna tell you. Don't ever let no little nigga make him think you gotta fuck him because he took you to the prom, girl. So you go to the prom, you have fun. If you want to do that, I ain't your mama. You know, Your mama,
right? And it's one of the things where you are. I'm not gonna say you grown because you're not grown, but you probably 18. You probably 17 on the cusp of 18. You about to turn 18.
You about to get into some shit.
Your birthday coming.
You about to get into some shit anyway,
right? So you're gonna be in a very, very young, teeny beanie adult stage where you are now allowed to make decisions on your own without your parents. Now, if you were anything like me, if your parents anything like me, 18 didn't mean much. You still needed permission for shit. You know what I'm saying? If you had strict parents like me, but you can kind of you go with the flow. Go with the flow of things. Don't do anything that if you feel like you're forcing yourself to do something, it's probably just you probably shouldn't have to do it. And that's on either side. You know what I'm saying? For me, for prom, I had a boyfriend at the time. That was my first boyfriend, but he had just graduated. Now that's a whole. But
that nigga was
he felt
crazy.
like he was too good. He felt like he was too good to go to the prom with me. So he didn't go. He didn't want to go to the prom with me. Now I'm dumb and young. So I'm like, oh, nah, he too, like, he don't want to do that because like, he too good for that. Like, he already been there. Like, I'm thinking I'm hot shit because I got a nigga who's older than me who don't want to go to prom. He too good for that shit. Whole time, he don't want to go to the prom because he just graduated. Like, niggas grown. But I went to prom with my best friend. My best friend Dwight. So we went to prom together. We had a blast. I had a good fucking time at prom. I had fun with everybody. We had a blast. And then after the prom, I had my nigga pick me up. Right. You can have the best of both worlds. That's all I'm saying. You can really do something.
Wow.
Now, yeah, I don't know, sister. You got
like
some
the parts
options.
of prom to focus on, honestly, is like the dresses, the makeup.
Yes.
I feel like it's one of the first times that you get like real studded out. Like you'll look real cute.
The date is like the most insignificant part.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And it's weird because I didn't feel like that at the time. So now saying that now, it's funny because I get that it don't feel like that at the time, especially if everybody's going with the date.
I feel like, honestly, for me, again, I went with my cousin. So, because I went to a school that everyone had a date too. So I wasn't going to go alone. You needed to have a boy to go with. But for me, prom was not like this big, like for me, prom was lit because I was, like my friends came and got ready at my house. Then we went to somebody else's house. Then we had this huge sprinter. Like it was the pomp and circumstance of prom. Yeah. And we're already all certain personality types, so we're lit, we're having fun, they fed us. Like prom was so much fun, and I just want you to take in all the moments of prom because this is college is better than high school, please don't get me wrong, but high school I think feel like prom is really the end of like I am not a kid anymore. You are never going to feel like you have to answer to your parents for anything again at this level. Like you lose it slowly as you get into college because like freshman year of college I was definitely still, Mom, can I have money for pizza? You know what I'm saying? But prom is definitely like that last semester of senior year. It's definitely
you start to feel yourself a little bit, and it's something. Yeah, something turns on. You start to kind of like really feel that like onset of like adulthood coming on to you. It's like, wow, I'm finna leave this state, or not state like as far as like physically, like this state of being, right? And I'm gonna go and move on to a whole nother chapter of life. Like there are moments and there are sections of life. High school is its own thing. And not to say that I peaked in high school because I don't think I did, but high school was such a moment for me that me and my friends that are still friends from high school, we talk about all the time because it was like, it's like a time capsule of time. Like, wow, these things that happened in high school, what a moment. But I think the same way about college, like, wow, college, what a moment. And I can look back on those things because I tried my hardest to just really enjoy those moments for what they are. And you're gonna be there for a while to have these experiences. Like the boys are going to be there.
And there'll be better boys. And to say one more thing about high school, I think in high school, since looking back on high school being at least a decade removed from high school is funny because something I've always noticed about TikTok is people who know me in real life will pop up in comments. And when stuff always comes up, does Mecca really act like that? It's really the people from who I went to high school with who I don't speak to who will be like, actually, she's always acted like that. Actually, this is not an act. She's insane. Like, and in that moment in time, you don't even realize that that's how you're being perceived. Like, you don't realize how much things that you did in high school will matter 10 years later when you're doing something else and someone's like, no, I can verify that's her. Yeah. Cool. So like, in that way, when I look back on high school, I look back on like all the fun stuff I did, how involved I was in my school. And even with like the same way at Hampton, like the same thing happens with people from Hampton. Like, no, Mecca, like that is how she acts. And it's like, you move through life and you don't realize you're making as much of an imprint on people like that.
Yes,
but high
really
school
don't.
is like the beginning of that, because what's going to happen is as you get older, there will be shit that you did in high school that you don't remember, that you'll see someone 10 years from now. They'll remind you of a moment that happened when you were 17. You'll be like, bitch, I ain't thought about that in motherfucking 10 years, bitch. Like it happens. I mean, obviously, because
I feel like that's when who you are starts to really start to solidify. In high school.
Like you're figuring it out at the beginning, but towards it, like the whole 4 years, you're becoming the first version of yourself because you're always evolving. And so
exactly,
I think that with prom and ending it, don't focus so much on the boys, but it's like you're going to focus on the boys because you're boy happy, but the boys don't matter as much as you think they do in this moment. Like the fact that we're both looking back and being like, girl, fuck them niggas. They get better in college. And then they get better after that.
And they get better. And they get better.
They get closer to 30 and they start all losing their hairline. But the ones who take care of themselves, they still be fine and with their body and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's a lot of sex to be had. It's a lot of boys to get talking to. You got life. Like,
Come back.
You
You say you start. You write us back after that first semester of college, so we can tell y'all. So we can tell you about all the fucking that's to be had.
And I want you to join the Patreon specifically. Go tell your mama to put her card on there. Don't even tell her. Just put your mama card on there, so she'll never know. It's $3.
It's $3. She will never see it come out.
Because I want you to give me live updates about you and you and all these things. I want to know. I want to see pictures of the. I want to know. Like, you're now officially adopted as our little cousin, and we want to know. We want updates.
And come back when college starts, because it's a lot of fucking to be had.
Because then them conversations are gonna change.
We can't.
I might start giving you the real.
We can't tell you too much right now. Still in school, baby. Walk across that stage first, girl.
That was so cute.
I know. Okay, period, little sister. I hope she does join the Patreon so we can see the prom dress and shit.
Literally, I want to see all the things.
We're gonna take a break. And we're back.
Alrighty, let's get into these comments. Remember to leave us some comments, y'all, whenever you're watching the podcast so that we can read them the next time. Because even if we don't read it on the podcast, we're going to read it for ourselves because we really enjoy y'all's feedback and y'all input.
Did you see the comment where the girl said this podcast would be so enjoyable if y'all didn't talk over each other and Mecca would stop changing the subject? And I said, I'm going to try not to talk over Jamila, but I will never stop changing the subject, baby.
I didn't even see that. I'm crying. Okay, these are the Apple comments. This is from Cheyenne25, a way to get into podcasts. Y'all are so hilarious. As other reviews have said, it's really as if I'm catching up with friends. Y'all have so much energy and such great insight. This is the podcast that got me into listening to podcasts. I look forward to the new episodes every week. I'm excited to watch y'all grow and flourish. Love y'all. Thank you so much.
Thanks, girl.
This is from Nyla X3. Push through ads. You're funny for that. Been here since y'all TikTok lives, #RIP. And I've been loving the growth and improvements that you have both made on your podcast. Love your banter so much. I had to get on the Patreon. Keep it up, ladies. Tap into the Patreon. Tap into the Patreon. Tap into the Patreon.
I know. Tap in, y'all.
This is from Emma.
Hey,
Weekly Fave.
Queen. She got the Haiti flag next to her shit.
I enjoy listening to the pod. It's my Thursday picker-upper. I am constantly playing podcasts during my workday. I enjoy the different subjects, different views, and more. I wish the episodes could go on forever. Y'all are deserving of your flowers. Thank you so much. Y'all be
Speaking
so
of
sweet.
Haitians, Chef Moise here. You been seeing that drama?
Yes and no. I have to catch up with all of it. I know it's some other stuff.
Yeah,
it keeps being new stuff with her every week. I need to catch up.
And speaking of Aisha and Patreon, she was beefing with Chef Moise. I plan to bring it up.
Delicious.
I know. So Patreon, exactly. Okay, we're going to Spotify. I am reading, this says Nell Jean. I think it's Nelly Jean. Speaking of hypocrisy, it will never not be hilarious that Kendrick called Drake a white boy in multiple songs, including the Wiz sample, but called that young, precious, blue-eyed quadroon a black king. Exactly. We just be so...
just here for the hoot of it all.
We just be saying stuff. 03 Keto. Okay, the 03 Greedo references said the live reaction is sending me LMAO. Yes, because that was a gag.
I forgot we did that.
I forgot that happened on there. I got to go back and watch that episode too. I didn't get to make it to that part. Tay Robinson said, I appreciate y'all being consistent more than y'all know. There's so much going on in my life that sometimes all I have to look forward to is my Thursday combos with y'all. Yes, because I talk to my phone and I can forget about the stuff I would rather not talk about. God be using y'all, so keep going. Oh my God, Tay. Don't make me cry in the club right now. That's so nice.
So sweet.
Lala said, not y'all talking about dating old men just for y'all to... Not y'all talking about dating old men just for me to realize y'all talking about men born in the 80s. I am really the age. I was talking. I said uncle's born in 79 and born in the 80s. Crack baby was born in
I was saying her nigga was born in 70. Okay, so they're old for us, because we were born in 96.
What?
So it's not that.
Yeah, it's
I stand on what I said, Auntie. I'm sorry.
Olivia said, yes, I believe some people need a social media detox. Delete it off your devices for a few days or months and go touch grass. Shit, start a new hobby. IDK. Exactly, Olivia. And then Joshua Creighton Priolo, I hope I said the last name right, says, also to mention, Halle Berry grew up in a predominantly Black neighborhood in Cleveland, Ohio. No one views her as white passing.
Nobody.
Culturally Black and aesthetically Black. Okay, here, you got to do the YouTube ones, Jamila.
Yeah, let me zoom in. My eyes are so bad. I need to get some glasses, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Zelo, code Mecca for 10% off. Okay.
Crying. At Debbie the Lizzie.
Oh, the Lizzie.
Are you a lesbian?
Only a lesbian would make Debbie the Lizzie. Like, come on. That's some lesbian ass shit, girl. Lesbianism.
These apps keep me going through my overnight shifts. The spinning advice was so on point this week. She needs to send an update ASAP. I need updates immediately.
All white queen.
At Destiny Todd 7429. Welcome, Caucasians is insane. OMG, you two are hilarious. This was such a great episode. Love the consistency and long form content, period.
Thank you.
Ed King Essent. My favorite people thus far. I won't lie. Y'all had me rolling with the spinning in this episode. I can relate to Jamila and her political position a lot. Period.
Just a silent leftist. She don't talk too much about it.
Ed Trash Berry. My favorite day of the week. Exactly.
Thursday just got better.
Yada 333. Babes, I didn't know Halle was mixed until right now today. So I love y'all ladies so much. I am in fact tuned in every Thursday and talking back to the phone like I'm in the room with y'all. Because y'all are.
We're just all talking to each other.
And Yada 333 said something else. She said, I'm with you, Mecca. I thought she meant like on the straight and narrow.
Thank you.
In the bedroom. But yeah, I don't know. This is very wild spinning. Clearly, y'all have created a very safe space. T.
No, y'all, it's y'all giving us that little shade like, oh, y'all, everyone's safe here, bitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you know, she had asked
we
the
will
question,
keep y'all secrets anonymous forever.
Yada, she had asked the question. We just answered it.
That's all we can do, baby. That's all we can do.
All right.
Well, thank y'all so much. This has been such another fun episode. And I hope you guys are continually enjoying us. I know TikTok is kind of like back right now, but you just never know what'll happen. So just make sure you guys are following us on all of our platforms. I am Jamila on Instagram and Twitter. I'm now on Snapchat as well. Still trying to figure that bitch out. I am Jamila with 3 A's and I'm on YouTube, Jamila Bell. Mecca, what's your shit?
I am. Instagram is also at Machiavelli. My Twitter is at I hate Machiavelli, but H with the number 8. My Snapchat, I've had that bitch since 2012, and it's Get 'em Mecca, Get and then EM Mecca. And then also, I'm back making long form YouTube content every Monday through Friday at nighttime. I do my nighttime girly wind downs. Those videos have been doing really well. I started them last week, so I'm gonna keep it going. I like it. It's like a nice end of the night. And also, before we get off, we just wanted to tell you guys that we're doing a lot of Black History content in the upcoming February. So definitely be sure to subscribe to not only our YouTube channel through Unhinged and Immoral, but our individual YouTube channels, because even though we will be doing a lot of shit together, we're also going to include like first person formatted videos, vlogs on what we're doing as well when we're together. So
yes. And of course, we're still planning the live show, which we kind of got to get back into planning. I know I've been kind of out of commission, but we got to get back to work because we really want y'all to enjoy this live show. So make sure you guys are following us and keeping up. Tune in every Thursday. We love y'all so much. Subscribe to the Patreon.
$3 a month. Bye.
Unhinged and Immoral is hosted by Jamila Bell and Mecca.
Produced by Melisa D. Monts and Diamond MPrint Productions.
Post-production by Coco, Llorens.
Production assistant by Melanie D. Watson.
Music by Audie and Brooklyn Billionaires.
And graphics by Claudia, Choi.